Raleigh, North Carolina and the surrounding area is an amazing place to live, and today we're going to talk about the larger area that we refer to simply as the Triangle, so stick around. Hey, I'm Will Wofford, I'm a real estate agent here in Raleigh, North Carolina. So if you're interested in what it's like to live here and you're thinking about buying real estate here in the Raleigh area, then this is a channel that's definitely for you. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap the little notification bell so every time I come out with a new video, you'll be notified. Now, I have lots of people reach out and ask me what it's like living in Raleigh and what can they expect, and I absolutely love that. So if this is you and you have questions about what it's like living here, make sure you leave a comment after the video, or you can reach out with a phone call, text, or email. So today I'm talking about the Triangle area in North Carolina. You may or may not have heard of it, but it's an area that's essential to the continued success of the overall Raleigh-Durham area in the Research Triangle Park. The Research Triangle area in North Carolina is named after three Tier 1 universities, Duke, UNC Chapel Hill, and North Carolina State University. These three universities are located in three different but nearby cities, which are Raleigh, Durham, and Chapel Hill. And if you were to draw three lines connecting these areas on a map, it would form a triangle. So believe it or not, that's really how the Triangle, or the North Carolina Triangle, or the Triangle area, whatever you want to call it, came to be. But I can tell you for sure, locals here in Raleigh just call it the Triangle. So stick with me, because this is definitely going to get more interesting as I dig in, I promise. So if you were to Google the North Carolina Triangle area, you'll find the current estimated population of the Triangle, or the Research Triangle, is estimated to be around 2.1 million for the combined statistical area, which makes it the second largest combined statistical area in North Carolina, with the first being the Charlotte area. So if you're like me, you're probably saying, wow, how can that be? Do they really have that many people in the Triangle area between the universities? And I'll come back to that in a sec. But let's first talk about the Research Triangle Park, which is also known as the RTP. And the RTP was established in 1959. And its mission was to facilitate the collaboration between the universities and North Carolina-based businesses to drive real economic growth and benefit for the citizens of North Carolina. And because the Research Triangle is fairly close to the middle of the imaginary triangle and sits between the universities, UNC, Duke, and NC State, the name Research Triangle Park, or RTP, was born. Today, the RTP, or Park as it's commonly referred, is bounded by the towns of Cary and Morrisville, which along with Raleigh, Durham, and Chapel Hill have become hotbeds for the technology industry. Today, the Research Triangle Park is home to many of the world's top technology and healthcare companies, and the list of great companies continues to grow. The list of the businesses in the RTP currently sits around 300 and includes companies like IBM, Cisco, Microsoft, NVIDIA, and GlaxoSmithKline. And of course, I'm sure you've all heard Apple and Google have announced they're coming as well. And located near the Research Triangle Park, you'll find the Raleigh-Durham International Airport, which is continually growing and adding new flights and bringing in new airlines to assist with the increased demand of people doing business and living in the Triangle. Raleigh-Durham International Airport, also known as RDU, is one of the many reasons Raleigh and Durham has experienced so much growth. I mean, it's a really nice airport, and the airport's always clean, efficient, and helps folks travel for business or pleasure throughout the United States and internationally. So these are some of the many reasons the Research Triangle Park is now being referred to as a miniature Silicon Valley, as well as the high density of tech companies that are now operating in the area. Okay, so I promised I was going to dig deeper into the Triangle and what the Triangle area is and means today. So here goes. I think Raleigh, Durham, and Chapel Hill all made the right moves when it came to road development. And I think I-40, Highway 47, which is referred to as the Durham Freeway, the 540 outer loop that runs around Raleigh, and the 440 Interbelt line in Raleigh, I think these were the big plays in infrastructure, along with the RD Airport, that have enabled the growth of the Triangle into what it is today. In fact, going back to the population numbers for the Triangle I referenced earlier, those numbers actually included lots of towns and cities that I wouldn't really consider as being part of the triangle. But I suppose people really do buy homes that far away and commute to work. So be careful if you're looking for homes on Zillow. Some of those big homes for cheap prices might be in cities or towns that are a long way away. But getting back to the triangle area that's between the universities, this area has transformed so much, it amazes me. If you're thinking about moving here and you want to rent or buy a condo, both Raleigh or downtown Durham have some amazing things going on with lots of restaurants and things to do. The downtown area in Raleigh is booming, and it's of course a high density area. But Raleigh also is developing other high density areas like North Hills, the Village District, and the Crabtree area will soon follow. And thanks to the Research Triangle Park, the surrounding cities of Cary, Morrisville, and Apex have also seen a large uptick in their economic growth. With so many people moving to the Raleigh area for job changes or better ways of life, the neighboring towns have experienced a large growth in their populations. Specifically, cities or towns like Holly Springs, Fuquay-Varina, Garner, Clayton, or Wake Forest. So my point is, as you move further out from the triangle, of course the triangle being connected at its root to Raleigh, Durham, and Chapel Hill, those areas are the most developed. And along the triangle, the towns of Cary and Morrisville, those are also developing nicely. But as you get further and further away from that triangle area, you're going to see areas that are less and less developed, which means less infrastructure, a further drive, less convenience items like restaurants, and a good selection of grocery stores or coffee shops. 540 Beltline is what really connects the majority of these areas. So Raleigh really serves as a major catalyst, Durham being second and Chapel Hill being third. So those are the real things in my experience of what it's like living here in the Raleigh Triangle. But please do let me know in the comments if you think these things are positives or negatives and what you like or dislike about the triangle. And if you're serious about moving here, please make sure you reach out to me with a call, text, or email, and I'd be glad to help you. If you like the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. And be sure to ring that little bell so you'll be notified when my next video comes out. I put out new content every week about life in Raleigh and where to live, and I'll see you on the next video.